Hello and welcome to Sport Tonight. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Now we start up with the big story, which is Plateau United are out of the CAF Confederations Cup. They won at home 4-1, but went away from home in Libya and they lost 3-0. First half, yes, it was goalless, but second half, they ended up conceding 3 goals, and so as it stands, they are out. But Rivers United, they are a goal down right now in the CAF Confederations Cup. They scored 5, of course, at home. All they need to do is to avoid conceding as much as 5 goals, and of course, they will be through to the knockout, the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. And of course, Bayelsa Queens are also in action against Asfa Morocco. It's been goalless in the game. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, they're through to the final. So for the second time in a row, they are in the finals of the CAF Women's Champions League. All right, so let's get started with basketball. Yes, we talked about it yesterday, that the game between the Caterpillars and, of course, Rivers Hoopers was going to be tight. Yes, it was a tight. Rivers Hoopers won by 2 points. We'll take a look at the results coming from match day 3 of the Nigeria Professional Basketball League. There you have it. Lagos Islanders still winless. They lost by just 1 point. They needed this win to at least maybe mathematically stand a chance of getting to the last 4. But as it stands, they've lost 3 in a row, and that game ended 58-59 against Benue Braves. Benue Braves needed to win this, and of course, they did a good job of that. And in the first quarter, yes, Lagos Islanders ran away to 17-9 points, but somehow in the second quarter, they lost by 1 point, and in the third quarter, that's when Benue Braves were able to get something out of that game. At the end of the day, it was 12-15, and the final quarter was 15-20. Now, Police Batting and, of course, Nigerian Customs, that game was 49-71 because for Nigeria Customs, they also needed this win, and they won by that massive win. For Police Batting, they are yet to win. Also, they've lost 3 of their games. The third one, it was 18-16, 11-16, and 6-20, and 14-19. That's where Nigeria Customs really got that, the final quarter that ended 19-14. And of course, the third quarter, they outscored them by as much as 14 points. That was really remarkable for them. Now, if you take a look at what Coral Falcons did in their own game, they remain unbeaten, just like you have Rivers Hoopers. They remain unbeaten because that game was Gombe was 61, Coral Falcons 67. And of course, for Coral Falcons, I mean, the final quarter where Gombe Bulls tried to run out, I mean, it ended 16-16, but the first quarter where they pull off 20-17, the second quarter 12-9, and of course the third quarter was 22-16. For Rivers Hoopers, yes, the game of the day we're all waiting for. That game, Rivers Hoopers won by 2 points. So for Rivers Hoopers, they are yet to lose a game after 3 games. For Caterpillars, just 1 win for them, so which is not good enough. And if you look at the Savannah Conference right now, they are at the bottom, having lost 2 and won just 1. That game, the first quarter, it was Rivers Hoopers 23-19. The second quarter, 19-12. That was when Rivers Hoopers started pulling away, 19-12. And the third quarter, it was just by 1 point. They won that. It was 10-9. And the final quarter was a tie, 22-22. But then that quarter, which was the second quarter, which they pulled away, that's where they got what they needed. And of course, they won by just 1 point. So for the final 8-day 4 fixtures, just take a look at other big games that will be coming, because you're going to be having Caterpillars and Lagos Islanders, who just want to see how they can get out of this, but at least getting a win, being the states where the final 8 is being hosted. But Caterpillars will obviously want to get a win to get into the last 4. Lagos Islanders are yet to win. Caterpillars have won just 1 game. For Rivers Hoopers, yes, they are unbeaten so far against Benue Braves. They're so brave, and of course, their position right now in the Savannah Conference, they're looking really good because they are on top of that table. Gombe Bulls and Police Batting, of course, still winless. They will try to see if they can win this. For Coral Falcons, also unbeaten. They're just 2 unbeaten remaining in the final 8. Rivers Hoopers and, of course, Coral Falcons, they will be up against Nigeria Customs. Nigeria Customs, of course, we know how they can beat teams by as much as 15 points. That's what they've been doing so far in this final 8. We'll see what's going to happen between Coral Falcons and Nigeria Customs. So I believe the game everyone will be looking forward to is Caterpillars and, of course, Lagos Islanders, because Caterpillars, for them, they need to get this. Lagos Islanders, they want to play for pride and not go home without having any win at all. So we know the essence of this final 8, of course, is to get a representative for the Basketball Africa League. Remember the last time, because of a political tussle, or rather power tussle in the leadership of the Nigerian Basketball Federation, there was no representative from Nigeria. So the winner of this final 8 will definitely going to represent Nigeria in the Basketball Africa League. The good thing is Nigeria has gotten a bye, so they will not be playing the qualifiers. All they need to is to just go straight to the championship. So the Nigerian Basketball Federation is saying that this championship is obviously going to just more like going to be a resurgence of Nigerian basketball. And after this, of course, we'll be awaiting the start of the real league, because this is just the final 8.
We have a short window. We need to have submitted the name of the champion by the 15th of this month. So we have a very short window, and we're happy that the teams are here. So this tells you that, yes, there's a lot of basketball to be played in Nigeria. The teams are here. The teams are happy to be here at a very short notice. There is a whole of teams that have qualified for the league from the lower rungs, that's from divisions 2 and 1 to Premier League. So there's a lot of basketball to be played across Nigeria. So this is a sweetener or a tester for us to kickstart the league and get back together.
It is important to note that all the 8 teams are here, and it shows that we have been able to resolve our differences. And then it also shows that the federation has gone a long way to open up the process, to allow the teams bring in new players, and to make sure that every other stakeholder who wants to be involved in basketball will have a chance to play.
And of course, you heard them. He said it shows that the leadership problem is all over. It's a thing of the past. They're ready now, and basketball obviously will grow in Nigeria. But then we're still gutted from the fact that the Tigress could not even go to the World Cup that they so much prepared for. Well, I think one of the lessons, of course, the administrators will have to learn from that what is important is actually the players and not really who is in power or who is ruling or anything. But then let's quickly talk about the CAF Women's Champions League. And of course, we'll go, yes, the final round qualifier of the CAF Confederations Cup, where you have, Al-Qadar and Plateau United. That game ended 3-0. I remember when Austin and myself, and of course, Kende was talking about this, that Plateau United can actually easily win this. But somehow, away goal rules, they were down. The first half, it was all goalless. But somehow, in the second half, they could not hold on. They had several chances. They couldn't convert to that. At the end of the day, the game ended 3-0. Of course, away goal rules will definitely come to play here, because they scored one while they came to Nigeria. Maybe if they had not conceded that one, of course, Plateau United would have been at the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. But right now, they're not. But Rivers United and, of course, El Nasri of Libya is 5-1 on aggregates because they are a goal down. So if they hold on like this, obviously, they will be in the group stage of the CAF Confederations Cup. After the break, of course, we'll be talking about the women, talking about the Women's CAF Champions League currently going on in Morocco. Stay with us. All right, time to talk about the CAF Women's Champions League. Bayelsa Queens, they are a good down right now. Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen in the game. But it's still so much to play. It's still first half. But then, Mamelodi Sundowns, for the second year running, they are in the finals. They won by a lone goal, and that goal came 76th minute. Botumelo Rabale was the lady who scored the goal. And, of course, at the end of the day, that was enough for them to get into the finals again. Remember the one last time against Asaka Ladies were in the finals after they took out Asfa of Morocco. But right now, AS Asfa of Morocco and Bayelsa Queens are in action. AS Asfa of Morocco are the ones that are leading right now. So Bayelsa Queens, yes, all they need to do is to try as much as possible to get 2 goals, and they will be in the final. They will just have to become the first Nigerian team to get there. From that, quickly, we touch down on the FIFA Women's World Cup. Yes, the Senior World Cup for Nigeria, the Super Falcons, yes, they're there. They've qualified for that. But the thing right now is the fact that the FIFA mascot that we've been talking about, the mascot for the event, actually came out in Australia, in Melbourne, with the national team of the Australians, Tanzuni, which is the official mascot for the Women's World Cup. That was his first appearance in Australia, in Melbourne. And of course, he was joined by the Australia Women's National Team to celebrate the launch of a FIFA volunteer program. And based on the little pilgrim species, which is endemic to Australia and New Zealand, Tezumi is a combination of tasmacy and unity. And we all know that it's going to be co-hosted for the very first time. New Zealand and Australia are hosting 32 teams for the first time. It will be featuring. The last one was 24 teams. So let's take a listen to one of the national team player from Australia.
It's an exciting time. The simple answer is we're really excited, and obviously there's some nerves attached to having a home World Cup because there is that added pressure of performing in front of your home fans. But I think the best way to put it is it's exciting and we can't wait. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we feel really grateful that we're being exposed to this opportunity. Oh, I mean the kids are drawn to it, so it's obviously done well. I mean the mascots they're always an interesting one, and as long as you've got someone in there full of beans and energy, then it's going to draw the kids, so that's what we want.
All right, that's all they want for the kids to understand and also feel the FIFA World Cup in Australia, Melbourne, right there. All right, let's take a look at the FIFA World Cup, of course, the big one coming up November, starting 20th of this month. It's 11 days to go. Yes, all countries already. Squad have been naming their teams. Countries have been naming their squad for the World Cup. Wales just have that. And, of course, Joe Allen, who is injured as part of the squad. France also got up their own getting. Rafael Varane is also in the squad. But then today we'll be taking on some of these teams, the profile of the teams today. There's talking about Tunisia and, of course, Australia. Yes, Australia nickname, of course, we already know that Australia. They are 38th in the world, and they're making their 6th appearance at the tournament. They are coached by Graham Arnold, of course, he's an Australian, and of course, their captain, Matthew Ryan. And the best result they've had was round of 16, and that was in 2006. Let's move over quickly to the next team, which is Denmark. For Denmark, red and white, nickname very simple. They're 10th in the world right now. They're also making their 6th appearance. Kasper Hagemann happens to be the coach of the Danish national team. Their best result happens to be in the quarterfinals, and that was in 1998. Can they get past this? We're 20th. That's when it's starting this month. And the final team, of course, the African country in Tunisia, Carthage Eagles, as Eagles of Carthage, 30th in the world. They're also making their 6th appearance. Head coach Jalin Kadri happens to be the head coach for the Tunisian national team. He's also a Tunisian, so he's not a foreign coach. And of course, they're captained by Youssef Mouskani, that happens to be the captain of that team. Yes, talking about injury, I mean, almost every day players are getting injured, and the latest happens to be Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is a football team and also praying and hoping that he will be fit. But the thing is, he's going to be missing the game they will be playing this weekend. So Sadio Mane right now, he's running against time. We'll see what's going to happen in the next few days. But the list will be out on Friday. That Senegalese team, Aliou Cisse, will be naming his 26th-man squad. We'll see Sadio Mane will be able to make it. But there are doubts and fears that Sadio Mane may not just be at the FIFA World Cup. Remember, he won the Nations Cup for Senegal for the very first time against Egypt, that penalty he took. And of course, also the playoffs where he had to also quickly talk about this one, which is Lewandowski. I mean, Robert Lewandowski, he's a big boy. Right now, he has joined the exclusive list of players that have been given the European Golden Boot double digits, yes, for the 10th time, because you've had Lionel Messi and, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. They are in that class. So for him, it's the second time he's winning it. I mean, added it to the Ballon d'Or he got when he got the Gerd Muller trophy that he got. And of course, for him, he scored 35 goals in German Bundesliga last season. That's when he got that. He scored more goals than Paris Saint-Germain's striker, Kylian Mbappe, who finished with 28 goals last season. All right, that's a wrap on the show. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Good night.